What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media. Bring you Ravens content every single day. If you want to see Daily Ravens content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell as well if you want to get notified every single time I upload a brand new video. Now, this is going to be one of those, Ravens draft selection instant reactions. So I don't know how long it's going to be until the Ravens make their pick. The Texans pick has already been announced. So the guys that are available right now, the biggest guy, Dean, linebacker out of Georgia. The problem is he's not going to be able to play until next season. Now, he's a phenomenal player, the leader of that Georgia Bulldogs defense that went to the national championship game and won the national championship game. But he is a major contributing factor of that team. If the Ravens want to go that way, get that linebacker, the pick is in. They could absolutely do that. The other thing is they could go with a wide receiver. Justin Ross is still available. Justin Ross is one of the best upside wide receivers in this draft class. If not for injuries, he would have been, a draft pick a couple years ago, but instead he decided to return. They lost Trevor Lawrence. The production was no longer the same. At a big size, a big catch radius, he could be a guy for potential the Ravens could go after to try and replace Hollywood Brown and Miles Boykin. Or they could go with my favorite player in this draft for the Baltimore Ravens at target, Mr. Marcus Jones, a cornerback out of Houston who is able to, return kicks with the best of them. He's a very solid slot cornerback, could be utilized even though he is a little bit smaller. The final guy that I think could be interesting is a guy like Travis Jones, a defensive tackle, a nose tackle out of UConn. I've talked about him before. I've done draft profiles before. We've got a great visitor coming in to watch this. I've got another, live studio audience, watching with it, so they get to hear my amazing video making in the process. But those are kind of the players that I'm thinking about. Travis Jones, Marcus Jones, Nakobe Dean, or Mr. Justin Ross. The outside potential is a running back. Now, there's a couple running backs available. Pierre Strong out of South Dakota State, a speed back, get him out in space, let him turn on the burners. The other guy is Brian Robinson Jr., running back out of the University of Alabama. Now, he's a 6'2", 225, 35-pound running back that is going to be that, that big-time power back as Gus Edwards is attempting to slim down and become, more of an outside running back. He could be the potential right there. There are some good offensive tackles available at this spot. The Ravens could go there, but they've already addressed the offensive line, and it seems like they have bigger needs in other places. I think the biggest needs are cornerback and wide receiver. So Marcus Jones, Tariq Woolen, those are probably the biggest guys at corner. Honestly, Tariq Woolen would be incredible. Or we could go wide receiver and get ourselves a Justin Ross. But he may slide into the next round, so I'm very curious to see what they end up going with. Of course, they decided to show all these ads before the Ravens pick, so I don't know how long exactly I'm going to be talking for. I've already been going for a couple minutes, so I apologize for you guys watching this. But please, let me know what you guys think about the Ravens draft pick. Do you think they should make another trade up, use some of their fourth-round picks to trade up and get another third-round guy? Who do you want the Ravens to draft? What do you rate the grade of this draft, of this day so far? I'm going to put out a day 2 grade for the Ravens either tonight or tomorrow morning. I don't know exactly when, but I'm also obviously going to be doing all of the reactions tomorrow as well. But it looks like they're starting to get back into the show, so hopefully they end up making that pick very soon. But overall, the Ravens so far, I think they've had a phenomenal draft. They've gone out and gotten 3 instant impact players on that defense and offense. Obviously going with Mr. Kyle Hamilton. Then they ended up going with Tyler Linderbaum, and then finally David Ojabo. It just seems difficult for me for them to go out and get a Nakobe Dean, because that would be 2 back-to-back players that are coming off of significant injuries. But that's going to be very difficult for them to do if they're trying to really bring up this defense. So the Ravens, they could also go pass rusher. There's definitely a couple of guys available, but for me, I feel like it's got to be wide receiver or cornerback. Obviously, you guys watching this video already know who it is. It's in the thumbnail. It's already been announced. Just waiting on, Ian Rappaport to finish talking, because for some reason they don't want to announce these picks. Are they finally going to make this selection? It looks like they are. All right. Oh, I guess apparently Blue Man Group is performing. So I don't know if the Ravens are ever going to get their pick going. I don't know what's going on here. I guess we got to wait for Blue Man Group to finish, which, I don't know. This is kind of lame. Well, Oh, never mind. Here we go. We got our guy coming out. Blue Man Group is done with. Apologize for the uber long introduction. But I guess we got Josh Charles making the pick. All right, here we go. All right, with the 76th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Travis Jones, my guy. I made a draft profile on this guy. Incredible one tech. He can rush the passer. This is a guy the Ravens need on that defensive line because he can be able to replace, Michael Pierce as he's getting older. He can be a good combo to have with Justin Madubuike for the future. He's a powerful, physical guy with good athleticism. He's not as athletic as a Jordan Davis, but he still ran a sub-5 40-yard dash. If you want more analysis on him, I did a full draft profile on him, so that's pretty fun that he actually did get drafted to the Baltimore Ravens. So Travis Jones, I think this is a great selection. I think he's a really solid football player, and I think getting a best player available type situation, I think Travis Jones probably was the best player available at this spot for the Ravens, considering Dean is out for this next season. So I think this is a great pick. Let me know what you guys think about bringing in Travis Jones. Thank you everybody for watching. Subscribe for daily Ravens content, and I'll see all of you again with the next